Welcome to Design Drives Culture. We aim for SDG 47, ensuring all learners by 2030 to gain knowledge and skills for sustainable development, including human rights, gender equality, peace, global citizenship, and cultural diversity. This project aims to engage critically with design discourse, practice, and industry. Design education and principles of best practice have been purported to come from Europe. Modernism is described to have originated from Germany with the advent of the Bauhaus school. But is this fact, or is it recorded history that has a narrative curated and influenced by the predominance of the West? What if design began in Africa? What would our design principles and elements look like? Can we break away from current design influences and create new methods using elements and principles from Africa's rich cultural practice? How can we inform designers, industries, and users? And how can we disseminate this knowledge? If we work together as a community of creatives to solve this problem and find solutions, the brief asks us to reevaluate the origins of the design, create, explore African design principles and systems of design to become decolonial designers, and make us of decolonial design practices and explore imaginative possibilities to create discourse collectivity and circulate for further collective participation and creation. Non-inclusivity in design exclude not just visuals but also defines design. African design must shape its own rules. We engage its design activism through visual refusal, reclamation, and ritual, redefining principles with memory and storytelling. In doing so, we aimed not to replicate Western templates with African symbols, but to store African voices as authors of design futures. This is not just design, it's a return, a way of remembering through form, fabric, and feeling, a quiet resistance. African design has too often been flattened, treated as decoration, detached from the meaning it carries and the tradition it holds. We are entering a space where fabric listens and where silence teaches. This is a space of memory, one that does not perform, but remembers. In this project, we question that. We ask, what if African design is not decorative, but directive? In this project, we have focused on one main element, mud cloths. We have decided that the installation should be put up outside of the Samsung Convention Center. Decorex has long been regarded as a distinction in design fairs, but this is only a reflection of Eurocentric world, minimalist, slick, and commercially orientated. In putting our work here, we are not just doing that. Indeed, we are overthrowing this pattern. We need to bring the meanings back. We need to redefine what the Western design principles have taught us. Because African design is detached from its origin, it becomes surfaced, something to be used, not understood. Through this process, we begin to reclaim design as a container of culture and memory. As a team, we begin by asking questions about memory and space, but also how people carry meaning through movement. Our early meetings were filled with sketches and discussions, but also clarity in one shared intention: to create something that could be felt, not just seen. We challenged the logic of the grid, the kind we learned from Western spatial design, and instead designed with curves and thresholds. We wanted the body to move freely and not be restricted to conform to one specific path. We designed an installation not just to display information, but to be interacted with, walked through, brushed against, and remembered. This is how we establish our new principal name, temporal space. Redefined from the movement texture principle, temporal space refers to a spatial experience that unfolds over time, where materials and movement shift to create meaning through rhythm, transition, and presence. In simpler terms, it's a space that doesn't reveal anything at once. It invites you to move, to feel, and to discover meaning as you pass through it. As people engage with the installation, the principle comes to life. You see it in a way that they touch and pause. Each action leaves a mark. These aren't just movements, they are moments. Moments that become part of the space, which they leave behind for someone else to find. It reminds us that the memory isn't just what we look at, it's something that we should participate in. This is more than just an exhibition. It's a silent protest, a cultural intervention imitating African rhythm, ritual, and presence. We are not shutting us off from design. We are just entering the conversation of our terms. Design isn't just what we make, it's what we choose to value. And when we center lived experience, memory, and culture, we don't just create better designs, we create better spaces for everyone to belong.